What is up, everyone? I'm Skratch. Welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video. Plarium finally released the kit for the upcoming Christmas fusion, guys. So in today's video, we're gonna see exactly what that champion can do. Now, this will be paired with Sir Nicholas and his mama Noelle sitting right here on the chair. They've actually showcased this champion in the What's Next in Raid video, but of course, they haven't leaked the kit. And they've announced the fusion like a week ago or so when they started the Titan event and said that this will be the fusion champion, but of course, we did not have access to her kit. So, she will pair with Sir Nicholas, which, by the way, is not an OP champion. He used to be pretty damn strong when they actually released the game, but since then, we've got around 600 more champions or so. And I gotta say, Sir Nicholas is still not bad, right? They are definitely worse champions in the game, right? Especially Void Legendaries. So they will pair together. So next Monday, guys, December 16th, they are planning to launch a classic fusion event of a new champion, Lady Noelle. Sacred Order, she's gonna be from the Sacred Order faction, legendary support, Void Affinity, which is actually pretty good. Lady Noelle is a dedicated arena support champion, and her kit has it all: strong crowd control, AoE heal and revive, and an all ally speed increase, and most notably, a counterplay to Polymorph Blessing and ship introducing champions. So there you go, guys. She is pretty interesting. She sounds pretty interesting, but let's actually quickly check out her kit. Honestly, I think she's a pretty solid champion. She's Void Affinity, support as I expected. So with A1, Ice Crack Staff attacks one enemy, has an 80% chance, fully booked 100% chance to place a block buffs debuff for 2 turns. Also decreases the target's turn meter by 20% if they are under a freeze debuff. These effects cannot be resisted if Sir Nicholas is on the same team, so she won't need any accuracy whatsoever. Then, with the A2, guys, Invigorating Chill targets an ally. If the target ally is under a ship debuff, removes it. If the target ally is not under a ship debuff, removes all debuffs from them instead. If the target ally is not under a ship debuff, heals them by 50% of this champion's max HP. Also, heals all allies equal to 50% of any surplus heal. That's actually a pretty solid heal as well. If the target ally is Sir Nicholas, instantly activates his Goodwill skill, which is the A3 that puts unkillable. Then, places an increased speed buff on all allies for 2 turns. She definitely does a lot, right? Like, you have the counter to Polymorph, you have the healing, you have the cleanse, you have the increased speed. If Sir Nicholas is on the same team and you're targeting him, bang, you place the unkillable. Then with the A3, guys, and I've seen a lot of people in the content creator chat saying that this will be on a 3-turn cooldown. Honestly, I'm not sure how they got to this conclusion, to be honest. But either way, she will revive all dead allies with 50% HP and 50% turn meter. Then has a 75% chance of placing a freeze debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. Will place the freeze debuff even if there are no dead allies. This debuff cannot be resisted or blocked if Sir Nicholas is on the same team. So getting a full revive on a 4-turn... Actually, it is on a 3-turn cooldown. I can just see the little circle with the 5 right here. Sorry, I'm half blind. Forget about it. So yes, this will be the most powerful revive skill as an AoE revive skill in the entire game, because we'll be on a 3-turn cooldown, guys. So there you go. There you go. An insane reviver that will do it on a 3-turn cooldown. You get an increased speed. You get a block buffs. This is actually pretty nice for the Chimera as well, though, to be honest. Having this revive AoE is actually going to be massive. Then, with a passive, decreases the speed of enemies under freeze debuffs by 10%. That won't really work versus the boss, but it will work in arena. When a ship debuff expires on an ally, fills their turn meter by 50%. If there are multiple champions on the team with this skill, these effects will only activate once, guys. So overall, very solid. Now, I do want to make one thing clear related to the ship part right here. It doesn't matter if the polymorph is being broken by an enemy dealing damage, if it takes a turn and polymorph expires. Every effect that will trigger that polymorph to disappear will give the champion 50% turn meter. So that is actually pretty damn massive, to be honest. She sounds like a very, very good counter to... I mean, counter. She's not really a counter to Polymorph. It's more like a champion that supports you while you are in Polymorph and after, basically, right? So I think this might be one of the best Christmas fusions we've ever had in Raid Shadow Legends. Stormin was a great, great champion when we got him. Gnishak was great as well. But I feel like out of all of them, this one might be the most impactful Christmas fusion we've ever had in the game. So big props to Plarium. Then, of course, you will have a speed aura for all arena battles, 30%. So that's pretty nice. I would have preferred a 24% in all battles over the arena one, to be honest, or even a 19 or a 20%. It would have been much, much better. All around, I think that she's an amazing, amazing champion. The A1 with the block buffs, great, as I mentioned. And you do need a total of 10 legendary skill tomes to get her up and running. So yes, this as well, the A2 will be on a 3-turn cooldown. I'm not sure if they made a mistake with the revive, but I'm pretty convinced they haven't though. And that will be on a 3-turn cooldown as well. Definitely really solid to have an AoE revive on a 3-turn cooldown. Only that thing alone should basically trigger people to make the fusion, right? Because she is pretty nice. And she's Void Affinity as well, which is definitely not a bad thing. And the good thing is that even if you are not running Sir Nicholas with her in the same team, she's still pretty much doing the same job, right? I don't really feel like anything is getting weakened or insanely more powerful if you're running both of the champions in the same team. So I do think that even on her own, she's going to have pretty much the same damn value. You can gain a massive healing from her A2 if you're giving her a good amount of HP, right? That's going to be pretty damn big. And freeze won't really be relevant for bosses, but it will be relevant for PvE content, especially progression waves on waves. So many of you guys will instantly advance on higher stages because of that. And then, of course, the revive, the decreased speed on them is going to be massive. And even for Arena, that ship is definitely really solid. Now, that was pretty much everything for the fusion, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Are you tempted to go for Lady Noelle? Hopefully, it won't be a very hard fusion, and it won't require basically extra events. Usually during Christmas, they do tend to make them slightly easier, or at least they used to do that in the past. Hopefully, they will do pretty much the same thing. And yes, I haven't really mentioned, she is from the Sacred Order faction. I guess you guys can see that on the screen as well, so it's not such a big deal. I'm definitely going to go for this fusion. I've skipped probably 2 or 3 fusions this year. A lot of them were pretty average. This is definitely one of the best fusions we've had this year, to be honest with you guys. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Are you impressed with the champion? The main thing is Polymorph and the 3-turn cooldown for AoE revive. That's the real deal with this champion. If you're kind of like taking that away, let's just say, yes, she's not going to be the most OP champion or anything like that. You're not getting a massive insane of turn meter from anywhere or anything like that, you know. So it's still not a bad thing if you're taking the polymorph away, because when the polymorph expires, you are getting a good chunk of turn meter. 50% is no joke, right? But I mean, you're not gonna get a turn meter boost on everybody like crazy, but you will get a good healing. You will get an increased speed, which is pretty important, let's be honest, in pretty much all of the content, right? And yeah, I do think she's definitely a pretty solid fusion. I do prefer support champions over all of the damage dealers, just because they bring in more utility all around. But that was all for this video, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Appreciate all of you guys watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.